Good morning, friends. Today I am touting the Dustin vacuum. I am touting it because I love it. I purchased it from Sam's Club. There it is again. It's in my sunroom. And I've named it Bob. Don't ask me why I named it Bob. I've named it Bob. We're going to go now in my sunroom. And why I'm putting it on is because we had a very windy day. A lot of dust comes in from the wind. And I'm using the Bob. It's the Dustin vacuum, but I call him Bob. I thought his name, I originally thought it's called BObsweep. So I thought the vacuum's name was Bob, but it isn't. I got the Dustin version of the BObsweep, and I love it. The Dustin version actually gets rid of, forgive me, I'm pulling everything up. You're going to see what I'm doing. I'm pulling everything up. That I'm going to leave there. This is the sunroom. There's Bob. He goes around the edges. And let's say you put him on the second floor and you leave a door open and there's a stairwell. He will not go down the stairwell, which I find incredible. He has that little wand that goes around. It's magnificent. I'm pushing everything here. Now, I have my dog in here, and she actually has terrible allergies, Gretchen. I'm worried about her because we did the landscape yesterday, and there's a lot of allergens that have been moved about. And when that happens, she has a tendency of aggravating her allergies. So if that's the case, I have to give her a half a tablet of a 25 milligram Benadryl. It's a tablet. It cannot have xylitol in it. Be very careful. Xylitol is like a sweetener that I have to pick this up, guys, because of the cord. You're coming with me today. Friends, this is mom mode. You're coming with me today. It's not live. I would appreciate a live, but I can't be live because I need 1,000 subscribers. I have 48. And I think all of you are amazing for subscribing, so thank you for those who did. So subscribe, like, share, comment. In my sunroom, we also have a heating and an air conditioning unit, which is spectacular. If I had hooked my, forgive me for this, if I had hooked my sunroom up to heating and air conditioning that's coming from my house, I would be charged a room fee. Like they would put this in as an additional room. They don't. They put this in because it's a seasonal room, because I could legitimately, it's only used without that piece of equipment for like the summer. You can't open this. It's ice cold in the winter. And it's even boiling hot in the summer. So that's why it's important that you have that particular unit is a heating and AC. They use them in dormers. Anyway, Bob is working. As you can see, BObsweep. This is the Dustin version of BObsweep. He has a port that he goes to that he gets charged. Now, in this particular room, because I have this, he cannot get to his port. And let me take it to Bob's port. He cannot get to his own port. Here's his port. It's in my dining room. There's Bob's port. Now, what will happen is it'll go to the port on his own. It will suck all the debris from the actual unit into a bag that's located in that port. Let me open the light and I'll show you. I'll show you right here. There is a bag in here. There's some extra supplies, but the bag is right down there. And it'll suck everything into that bag. And I put the other additional supplies in there. I have additional wands. I call that the rotating wands. I have additional filters in there because it does get messy. You're going to have to change the filters. I change my filters every few months. I look at it. If it looks really gray, then I get rid of it. My dogs are non-shedding dogs. I've dusted. I still have to continue to dust. and I'll leave him in here for a couple of hours, and he will go about vacuuming the rugs. Now, some people say, well, I sometimes see a little debris. He gets, this BObsweep dusting gets really the fine dust. I have to say, I have two of them. I have one for upstairs and one for downstairs. Upstairs, I usually put on, when I go at night to take a shower, I put them on, and he does it at night. And then when everyone goes to sleep, the floors are done. I have, everybody in my house has some kind of an allergy, whether it's a little dust or it's whatever. They all have some kind of an allergy to certain dogs, to cats. Very critical. My husband and my daughter have it, dogs and cats. But Dustin is amazing. We all love him. The Dustin version of BObsweep. I call him Bob. I mean, I feel actually so happy when I know he's working. I don't know why. When I put him on, look what he's doing. He's going all the way up there. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's something I tout. I think it's great for people. Now, for people who can't vacuum, I bought one for my mother for her birthday, and she loves him. Now, the thing about the BObsweep, I bought it in Sam's Club. You can get it on Amazon, but I noticed that I think it was for Valentine's Day. I might be wrong, but I think it was $197 in Sam's Club. When it was Valentine's Day, I said to my husband, listen, I'm getting myself a Valentine's and a Mother's Day. I'm getting another BObsweep for upstairs. Because initially I bought my mother one and myself one, and I kept it down here. And the one that was down on the first floor, I would run upstairs and bring it on the second floor. And I was like, this is getting a pain in the neck. Let me just get one from upstairs. But then it went back to like $500 or $600. And I was like, nah, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not spending $500 or $600. I can't put the water bill. See that? Because it won't go under the water for me. Sometimes it puts water. Anyway, so, and it's warranted. So that's another thing. If you have a problem with it, you send it back. In a couple of weeks, they send it back and they fix it. I love BObsweep. I think it's fantastic. I bought it from Sam's Club. The lowest price was $197.99. Can't beat it. It really does. This also is a mop, but I have not used a mop attachment. In my brain, I think anything that's electronic, I don't want to like ruin or the interior of it with water. I don't know, it's just me. So I'm just keeping it as a vacuum. But this also has the capability of washing your floors. I have not used it, but it's very exciting to know that. I just love the vacuum aspect. I don't know. I should use the mop. I really should. And if I do, I'll take it. But today's video is BObsweep. I am not getting any promotional income from BObsweep. They're not giving me anything. I love about it, there's his little wand on the side. Look at that. See him? His little wand? He's amazing. He has a filter that you have to change. And this particular model, the Dustin model, it sucks up the debris on its own. I don't have to clean it or take it out. It just does it on its own. But every now and then, I have to be honest, I like to go underneath the BObsweep and look to see how much debris. And I have to tell you, it's a mess. I'll show you what I do. Let me stop him. I'm going to stop him. I have the men working at my house. Let me tell you, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from this. I'm turning him upside down. Now, this sometimes has a little bit of hair. You can clean it. Forgive me, I had to put my sleeve up. Now, you can see the rotors. They're rubber, and they're thick rubber. And here's another rotor, and here's the sweeper. And then, of course, we have the brush over there. Now, this is inside a Bob. See that? I'm going to turn it upside down. You can see some dust on here. Let's open it up. See, we're going to see what's in here. There's a stone in here. That is, see this? This debris? Look at that, is hair. Now watch. Now, wait, that's not it. Then here's the filter. This is the filter that you would take out and replace. Now, mind you, He just started though. I just put him on now. Look at that. That's a little bit. Now I try to use Bob every day. You still got a lot of work to do, Bob. Do your job, Bob. As I said, I like having him around. There he goes. He gets a lot of the little dust. I gotta wash this over again. But I love him. BObsweep. I love him. He's the Dustin edition of BObsweep. I am touting him for all the women out there that have to vacuum their floors. BObsweep is, to me, fantastic. Is he perfect? No, because my mother will say, well, you know, he doesn't pick up some of the little things on my rug, and I said, but he's picking up all the fine dust, and you will notice a difference. Do I have another vacuum? Yes, I do have another vacuum. That I'll show you another time. It's a Bissell, and that one I do use for my rugs. It's more, it really gets deep into it. BObsweep, what I noticed with Dustin is he gets a lot of the fine dust. It's something I would use. I love it. And as you can see, I'm dusting right now. I'm dusting the sunroom. And I had to push the product. And BObsweep, he didn't send me this. You know, I have to mention it because I love it. And that's what I'm doing on Mom Mode channel, is pushing things that I like. And if things I don't like, I might note them as well. But the things that I really love to use, I'm going to push because I want to help people. If you have any comments, let me know. Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel so I can do some lives. Share, comment, like, subscribe, and thank you, friends, for being with this journey with me. Let's do this. Okay, look at him. Isn't he good looking? Oh my God, he's a good looking BObsweep, isn't he? I know his name is Dustin because that's the model, but I still call him Bob. Look at him. Anybody that's helping me clean, I'm in love with. I'm in love with Bob. Look, he's on the wall. Look at him. I find him very attractive. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday.